Hi, my name's Tanya Swift and I want to talk to you about early years skills. What skills do young children need to develop in the early years? Now, there's an array of physical skills, things like jump, hop, and things like throwing, pushing, pulling, lots and lots of skills, a large variety of skills. And then there's social and emotional skills, things like following rules, mirroring, copying, decision making, all those kind of things. So there's also a wide array of skills that young children need to develop. Now, these are skills that are precursor to the more complex fundamental movement skills that children learn when they're in school from Key Stage 1 in the UK. And the idea is these fundamental movement skills children develop in order to play more complex games and sports. However, if they haven't developed the basic skills in the early years, and when I say develop, just have the opportunity to develop them, not necessarily master them, then they will struggle to master the fundamental movement skills and then potentially struggle with more complex games and sports as they get older. So obviously children will develop a lot of these skills just through cooperative and individual games and activities and playing. However, if you are an educator, it's actually quite good to plan around skills, because then you're making sure that children are going to get to experience and develop all the skills that they need. It helps you focus on specific areas so that you know what skills you're looking at children to develop. But also, if you plan around 2 or 3 skills a week, then it means it can help you come up with new ideas, because let's face it, we all struggle with ideas, whether we're a parent or an early years practitioner, a teacher. We often stick with the same ideas because it's quite hard to always come up with new ideas. But if you're planning around a few skills, it actually helps you come up with new ideas. And then it also helps you identify what children are struggling with, the particular skills that you're focusing on. One thing, having trained a lot of teachers and early years practitioners, we discovered that there's quite a surprising amount of young children that start school and cannot jump properly. And you just expect a child's going to be able to jump. So that allows you to get out of your own expectations and actually realize what children are struggling with, the different skills. And then you can spend a bit more time with them, or you can, focus on doing more of activities that help develop those specific skills. And you don't have to be a specialist to identify if a child's struggling. If all their peers are at a certain level and there's a couple of children who are not keeping up with them, then you can easily then identify those children are just not at the developmental level as the rest. And these could be down to medical conditions, but often developmental delays are just down to the fact that children just haven't had enough opportunities when they're younger, and so they haven't developed as quickly as maybe they should have. But then again, some children just take a bit longer. But there's nothing wrong with us giving them a little bit more of a help. So when it comes to planning around skills or planned activities, be it a parent or at a day nursery, school, etc., if a child is left to explore the environment and do child-led activities, they're going to develop a lot. They're going to really, really, the more that they get to run free, the more they're going to develop. However, if we also add to that some planned activities with specific outcomes in mind, then they're going to develop more and a wider variety of skills. So that goes back to one of my videos where I said we do need to have a combination of child-led and adult-led activities, because then children are getting all the opportunities that they can. So just to, as far as skills goes, there are a lot of skills, and like I said, there's a lot of physical skills and a lot of social and emotional skills, and it helps children to develop as much as they can, but it helps us as the adults to make sure that they are getting all the opportunities they need. So if you'd like to find out more, please go to my website or get in touch. I hope you found it useful, and thanks very much for listening.